I can hear the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. Sometimes I feel like all is lost, but I know it's not true. I wanna
All right, I think she's ready to go in the trailer and chill out for a little bit, get something to eat, get a shower, get dressed, and head out to the spot. Wish me luck tonight. We're gonna need it. All right, we made it somehow, some way. We all loaded up. We headed to the meeting spot right now. Every surface, it makes me nervous. If the world honestly burning, that's all I'm learning. Hope that we can make a turn into reversing. All our minds, we put the work in, we got some work, man. Gotta get through, gotta get through. I can hear the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. Alright, we got the bye, we got a 10-car shootout. I got the bye, so I'm automatically going to the second round. But as soon as I showed up, we did card draw. The first half of the runs were all call outs because we had a bunch of out-of-town people there, like Jersey, PA, Delaware. And the only cars that were left to draw were Maryland cars, so I wasn't going to call out anybody. So we drew cards. As soon as I heard number 5's the bye, I looked down and, of course, I had number 5. Lucky me, because I really needed it. I haven't made any street passes on the car since last year. I've changed a lot, and tune-up wise, I had no idea what to put in it because I don't have data for that spot at all. So as soon as we settled all that, I went back to the trailer, went over my checklist that I have on my phone, and got ready. I came all by myself per usual, so it's a lot more extra stress. Everybody else kind of has a crew and has a whole team. I was all by myself, so kind of felt like I was rushing around and feeling like I was going to forget something. It was time to go down to the spot. I get down there. First pair starts to go, and I realized I forgot to set my tire pressure, my shock settings, and I forgot my jug of prep up at the trailer. So already off to a bad start. That's what happens when I'm by myself and nobody's reminding me on what I need to do. So beforehand, 2 of Mike's guys said they were going to help me out, pour the puddle and line me up and all. So I just asked if I could use his jug for this round. So since I had to buy and I was last pair to run, nobody was really rushing me, so I had a second to calm down, chill out, get in the zone. So I headed up to the line to do my burnout, and I chose to go in the right lane because that's the less desirable lane. It's less rubber, and most people always test in the left lane, so the right lane doesn't get a lot of love. And since I was all by myself, the only footage that I was able to get was my helmet GoPro. So all the other angles and footage were from Ryan, the guy who put on this shootout, Sang T Ho from Philly Racing Media on Instagram, PRM, and all the slow-mo finish line videos were from Brandon out of New Jersey, and he is called Outlawed Photography. He does all the finish line footage for everybody on all their videos, like Drag or Die and 302 Racing Media, all them guys, Philly Street Race Channel. So I'm going to throw in all the clips from all the races that went down, and once again, I appreciate it to all you guys for letting me use your footage to complete this video. I'm gonna turn my lights on when I'm ready.
Oh, okay. Turn your lights on.
When I'm ready. All right, round one, by run done, on the second round. So I really didn't have another option but to take the right lane. I had to swing for it and take advantage of the buy run since I have literally zero data. And I didn't want to go too crazy because the data would pretty much be useless. But thank God for drive shaft sensors because that helps read the street a lot. First and foremost, even though I still went to reach for it, that motion air shifter is a game changer. I feel way more comfortable and confident only having to focus on where you're steering the car and keeping it out of the ditch or the woods, and you get to pick when you want to shift. So definitely a good investment. I got the laptop right here. I'm going to go over some data with you guys. First off, I had 175 pounds in the trunk. I know I was messing with a lot of people saying I had 300 pounds. I only had 175, which is still a lot. That gives me about 54% on the rear and a total weight of like 3,400 pounds, which is crazy for a Foxbody. I set the tire pressure to 14. I don't have B-locks or anything, so I set them to 14, and my car seems to like them pretty high. I've never ran anything lower than like 13. Not saying I wouldn't try, but my car seems to like the mid-teens. The front shocks, compression 10, rebound 4, and the rear, compression 12, rebound 6. And that's just going off of the last time I made a hit on the street. That's kind of a decent starting point to what we're working with tonight. Tune-up wise, I left on about 12.5 pounds at 3,800 RPMs, and the boost was all in at about 2 seconds, give or take. Didn't hit the scramble. I had to lift right at about 4.5 seconds. I lifted because it felt like it was getting out of shape. But it's a buy run. No need to go too crazy, like I said. Kind of lost the tire, revving it out real high in first. It shifted at 7,300, which is nothing for this 4.8, but seems like when it goes past 7,000, it likes to just ring the tire up. So that's kind of where it started to spin, and then halfway through second, that's where I lifted. As far as launch retard, I pulled 6 degrees early on, and then I pulled 5 degrees real quick right before it shifted into second. Obviously, that wasn't the right move because this is my first time using the air shifter, so I kind of didn't time that right. So obviously, I wasn't too happy with that pass. I wasn't mad either, given that that was the first pass that I've made all year, especially at this spot, and it still went down. It didn't just totally annihilate the tires, but it was getting somewhere. And before I knew what adjustments to make, I wanted to see who I was racing and what lane I was getting first. So we drew, and of course, just like the last shootout we were in together, I draw Mike, but I got left lane. Mike's white SN95 is on a totally another level now. New motor, new trans, new turbo. It's a completely different car pretty much. And I knew having the left lane, that was pretty much my only advantage. So since that first round pass was borderline too much, like it was on the verge of losing the tire, I wanted to make very small adjustments. I took away a half a pound of pressure in the rear tires. I added 2 clicks of rebound in the front and rear. I loosened up the compression in the rear 2 clicks to help absorb the bumps in the road a little bit better so it wouldn't be bouncing. And I kept the launch RPM the same at 3,800 using the 3-step, but I turned down the launch boost 1 pound. I also took out a little bit more timing longer and at different spots. So on this run, I'm pulling 8 to 10 degrees early on, like right after the button release, and then 6 degrees right after the 1-2 shift. I also shortened the 1-2 shift by like 400 RPMs, so it should shift before 7,000. And then other than that, I put a little bit more boost in the middle and then a little bit up top, and it came in a little earlier. So as soon as that thing goes into second gear, it's all in. The boost is all in. So here's how it went.
I know. I'm gonna try to keep it short. Thank you. Tell him I'm gonna put my lights on when I'm ready.
Okay. He's gonna put his lights on when he's ready. Oh, my lights on? Yeah. Alright, right there.
I'm gonna wait for him. I gotta restart the car real quick.
Okay.
Well, when I stop.
Alright. Slow down, slow down. Alright, right there, right there, right there.
Let me restart the car real quick. Alright, hold on. I gotta restart the car.
was so much fun. It was a great race, a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. Every time we race, the last 2 times, it's been close like that, within a car. I don't know if you guys remember the last shootout video that I put out, but here's the clip of me and Mike's run back then. So for this run, I tried to kill the light. I kind of almost wanted to jump. Not necessarily, but I kind of wanted to release that button as he was hitting that button. I mean, my eyes were locked on that flashlight. That's all I was worried about. I wasn't worried about nothing. I was worried about hitting the 3-step, turning on my lights to tell them I'm ready, and then I'm focused on that. So I tried to kill the light. In the tune, I tried to get the 1-2 shift done as soon as possible so I could get all the boost in. Usually with the right lane being worse, my goal was to get out on him so he would try to hit the scramble and then lose the tire. But that didn't work out, as you see. He came flying by me, probably 10 mile an hour on me. That's the difference between a built 5.3 and a stock 4.8. But I did everything I could. The only thing I should have done differently was I should have been on that scramble. As soon as I felt it digging and hooked up, I should have been on that scramble. I shouldn't have waited so long. But hey, you live and learn. But yeah, me and Mike, we always try to help each other out. We try to test with each other. So it's no hard feelings. At that point, I just wanted him to win the whole deal since I was out. But yeah, after that race, a guy with I think it was a small block Chevy on nitrous. It was a G body, a Monte Carlo. He asked if I wanted to do something, grudge race with him after the finals. I said, absolutely. But I needed to check the car first because after the race, I was just so hyped up. I didn't see any smoke or leaks. Oil pressure was all good. I just parked the car at the trailer and I walked away to congratulate Mike. But I knew that when I went through the finish line, it made a real bad sound. You can hear it on the GoPro right here. I even asked Mike, I said, was that you that made that noise or was that me? He said, the only loud bang I heard was your 3-step. As time goes on, people said either me or Mike shredded a belt, but then I heard someone say it seemed like it flung up after the burnout. Right when I heard that, I knew exactly what that was. I don't know if you remember, but last video with this prep for the shootout, I said, I'm kind of worried because the last time we had this out, if you go back a couple videos, it rubbed the rocker. So, yep, that's what happened. It cut up my brand new slicks that have like 5 passes on them. And I grinded all on the driver's side rocker in that area. You guys saw it on the last video. And I even swapped tires from the driver's side to the passenger side. The one that was grooved up, I put it on the passenger side. And before I loaded it on the trailer, I made a little street hit and it smoothed the tires out really well. So the problem followed with the tire. I don't know if the rollout varies with one side to the other. I don't know. I never measured it. So that ended my night, unfortunately. Luckily, I got a new set of tires already from Mike. I'm going to try to diagnose the issue this week. I asked around, maybe it's a control arm loose, maybe it's a bolt loose, maybe something's bent, or maybe it's just the tire. I kind of want to get in contact with somebody from Hoosier just to ask them, like, is there something wrong with this? It's a slick. Obviously, it's going to grow. I know that, but this isn't my first set of slicks I've ran on the car. I've ran them many different sets, and it's never been an issue until now with this set. So I don't know. But now I'm going to have to do some work to the other side as well. I think I'm just going to try to cut that whole corner out. But who knows? We'll get there when we get there. I'm going to try to look at it this week. But after that, Mike ended up getting the bye to the finals. And I'm just going to play the rest of the race for you guys so you guys can see who won. All in all, it was a great time. I had a good time. all of the out-of-town people that came are people that I talk to on Facebook pretty often. I've just never really met a lot of them guys in person, so it was cool to put some faces to some names. And I would love to do more street stuff this year. I mean, that's a lot of fun to me. I have way more fun doing that, hanging out with everybody and just trying to get the car down a bad surface. That's what I like the most. Ever since I was in high school, I mean, I had a stock 91 LX that we would race on Sunday nights the night before school, and it was some of the best times I've ever had. So hopefully we can get out there more this year, maybe travel a little bit. I'd love to do that. I miss out on all the fun. I mean, there's something going on pretty much every weekend, and I miss out on it. So I like to be out there having fun with everybody else. I'm going to play the rest of the race for you guys and then end this video off. Thank you guys. These videos been doing good ever since I got back in the groove. Each video has been like 100K, not 100K, I wish 100K. Each video has been 1,000 views. So that's pretty good for the channel. It's never really done that consecutively. So I appreciate the views, I appreciate the support, I appreciate all the likes, the comments, the shares. Thank you, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Enjoy the rest of this race. All right, it's 2 days after the shootout. Oh, there's a deer. 2 deers. All right, it's 2 days after the shootout, and I came back here just to emphasize on what this surface actually is. You know, through all the videos, it being dark, you can't really tell what kind of surface we're on. And just want to show you what this is all about. It's coarse, it's cracked up, it doesn't take rubber well. It only gets on the top part of the rocks in the asphalt. So that shows you how much contact patch you actually have that your tire's touching. So this ain't a fast surface whatsoever. Your car's got to be set up for it. And that's why I like coming here, because it gives me a fair opportunity to compete. On a fast surface, a good surface, anything better than this, I can't compete with these guys. These guys got built motors, all that. I got a stock 4.8. And for real, it's a 100% stock 4.8. I have no business sitting next to any of them cars that were in that shootout. And I came here, I wasn't confident at all. I was just coming here to have a good time and hang out with everybody, because I miss out on a lot of the street stuff that goes on. So I just came to hang out, have a good time, you know, donate my money. But as the night went on and I seen the passes, I'm not saying I could beat them, but I mean, I could be in the conversation with a lot of them guys. And I asked a couple people what their 60 foots were. Before that, I was like, man, this thing's leaving horrible. But after hearing what people were saying, you know, okay, that's not too bad after all. So that's why I like this spot. I love this kind of stuff because it's the only advantage that I have with my car and my setup. One day when I get the 6.0 together, maybe it'll be a different story, but for right now, this is what I like. And I like the challenge too. I like just coming here and testing. We usually test down there. All my videos are from down this way. You can kind of see the marks, but moved it up here where it's fresh. And actually, from this video, you would think that this lane is the better lane, and it might be today, but the other night these were pretty even, and this one was actually coming around better than this lane. Also, here's my Hoosiers. Don't want to buy some Hoosiers? I only got 4 or 5 passes. Right here, look. You want to buy this? That's my tire that's shredded on the line. Part of it, the rest of it shredded at the finish line.
So if y'all want to buy that, it's got 4 or 5 passes on it. Hit me up.
I can hear the demons call when they do what they do, and now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view.